I don't think it's happening in Russia. Let's just keep it real. So, the UCL final, set to take place in St. Petersburg, Russia, most likely ain't gonna happen. So in case you guys are not wondering, there could be, again, it's not confirmed, but there could be, or rather, people believe it's very likely that war could break out in Ukraine. Hopefully, it doesn't happen in Ukraine. Nobody wants to see a war or innocent lives lost. But yeah, there's a just belief that Putin may be trying to launch an offensive in the Ukraine. And I think that, you know, if that does happen, you can't play a UCL final in a country that is launching a war on a sovereign nation. So, like, that does not make sense. So, but see, now, the thing, though, is, do you change it now or do you wait? You know, but I just feel with the way things are going, with the fact that sanctions have already been made, I think UEFA are just going to be like, all right, boom, like, yeah, we have to, like, so it's going to be changed. It's going to be changed. So, and I think once it's changed, I don't think you can pretty much change it back, you know. And it's like, you have to do it, you know, because you know how they say, okay, that's okay. Because people's argument is, oh no, you shouldn't be involved in political affairs. That, you know, football, sports, and everything. These things are separate from political venues. But I just think that, you know, there is, I feel, a moral obligation to be on the right side of history, as I say, you know, and it just wouldn't make any sense. It just wouldn't make any sense if you're hosting one of the biggest sporting events, one of the biggest sporting events in the world, one of the most watched sporting events in the world, within a country that has launched an invasion of another country. That's if it does happen. Remember, this hasn't happened yet, but it seems we're going that way, you know. So people will say, bro, just wait and see. Maybe he won't invade. There's no point in changing it now. But I just think that, which is why I want to say that if sanctions have already been made already, you know, like, I just think, and also, you know, and the thing as well is, people are trying to prevent it from happening. So what everyone is doing is, let's just try and put as much pressure on Putin and Russia not to do this. So anything linked in with Russia and so forth. But it's like, for instance, for example, you know what would have been big? If, let's say, Russia were planning this attack in 2018, what would guys have done? Would guys have done, oh, we boycott the World Cup? And if FIFA said that, no, nobody will, the World Cup is going to halt, and it's not going to happen until Putin retreats. Because again, a World Cup is the biggest kind of promotion for any kind of country, and the next is probably the Champions League. So my thing though is that if it does move, where should you put it? Where should you put it? It can't be at Wembley, because I said that Wembley is hosting, I think, the League 2 final, and I think the Championship playoff finals also. It can't be at Wembley because it's on a Saturday. So, I mean, you have Camp Nou, you have, I'm just going to San Siro, because, you know, I just think of just like very epic stadiums. And see, whenever I think Champions League, the stadium that I think of, the first stadium I think of when I think of Champions League is the San Siro. Obviously, you have Camp Nou, we have the Dele Alpi and so forth. But just San Siro is it's just so iconic as a stadium. So I think if either that or Stadio Olimpico, you know, but I don't like running tracks outside of a stadium. But yeah, so I would say San Siro. I would say San Siro would be a good replacement for this one. So guys, tell me what you think. So do you think it is right for them to not go with St. Petersburg? And also, do you believe that what you may call it? So what stadium do you think that they should roll with, man? Remember to like that video, and also remember to head over to the websites for a player of the day every single day. Every single day I do a player of the day on the official website, and for how to reach me, contact me, and view other stuff, head over to that website. Peace.